Welcome to Elizabethton's Christmas Parade Live 2025. This is Ken Edens, and I am with Joe Penza and Joe Alexander, and we are here at Eden Workspaces above the Coffee Company, and we're getting ready to enjoy the Christmas Parade of 2025. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Glad to be here.
Yes.
Oh, can you all see me now? I love it. You know what, guys? Everyone in the world here, we're doing the best we can with this live feed. It's the first time we've done this, and I'm learning hand movements from my awesome camera operator, Tony, over here tonight, too. But I am so happy to be here. My name is Frankie Bailey. I'm owner of the Coffee Company, and I'm here at the head of town watching the people flood downtown to find their perfect spot for this awesome parade. 90 years, too, so it's a big deal, this parade. And also, I have the privilege of being the president of our Main Street organization. So it has been a joy to be a part of those revitalization efforts for our downtown, as well as this parade being a part of this awesome parade. And one thing that we've been really working on for our organization is this awesome thing called Old Soul New Stories. So what that is we have an old soul community, but we're creating all these new stories. And this is a perfect example, doing this live feed here today, of an old soul with a parade that's been here for 90 years. Yet we've got this new story coming out of it too. So it's just a blast to be here. I'm excited to be down here with everyone. I'm going to be in different spots as well throughout the evening, and I'll be interviewing some people. I've got Ashley Springer here today, as well as Mayor Bill Carter will be with us shortly as well. So lots of great things happening, and really excited to be here.
Well,
all right, Ken and Joe's back to you.
Well, I did notice that you had a little cup of Joe there. I've got a couple of Joes here, but you've got a cup of Joe down there from, gee, I wonder where that's from. The Coffee Company, right?
It is. It's right from the Coffee Company, which is just about a block down. And we are open tonight until 7 o'clock, serving hot chocolate, chai, coffee, of course, and also a few latte options for the guests this evening.
Wonderful. Well, if you want to get in from the cold for just a little bit, that would be lovely to come on to the Coffee Company. And we want to just welcome everyone downtown. And at the moment, the three of us, we're sitting here at Eden Workspaces. This is my new workspace. It's called Eden Workspaces, and it's just opening. And I'm very, very pleased to join forces with Frankie and be a part of Downtown Elizabethton. And so we're just having fun here, and we're going to talk about some history.
Absolutely.
So actually, Joe Penza, tell us a little bit about the covered bridge. And I think you happen to have a couple little, we'll look at them in a few minutes, but
sure.
You have a few artifacts that you've brought with us.
Sure, yeah. The covered bridge is as Elizabethton as it gets. You know, you can't talk about Elizabethton without talking about the covered bridge. And you've got the history of its construction, but then also you've got the history of how it became an icon after its construction. And so it's in logos, it's on all sorts of manner of, we've got covered bridge decanters, we've got covered bridge tins, we've got watercolor paintings in the archives, because it's been an inspiration to generations of Elizabethans. And so I think one of the things I did bring was a bit of the covered bridge itself to its original construction. But one of the things it speaks to is about it being called the $5 bridge. And I think Joe has a good story on that one.
Well, Kent was trying to put us on the spot.
Yes,
and I said, well, are we playing Covered Bridge Jeopardy?
Yeah, number 28 and 29 on there if you want to look those up.
It's the $5 bridge because they made a $5 profit on it. Dr. E. Hunter, who built it. And so it's a $3,300 project, and he made $5 on it, which maybe, 1882, that's probably a pretty good little sum.
Well, yeah, people think it cost $5, but it made $5.
Right.
And Dr. Hunter wasn't in the construction business, but he decided to go into it because he was such an advocate for the covered bridge being constructed. And so he was really the pioneer. And one of the ways that he was able to construct it and actually turn a profit was so many of the pieces to the original construction were handmade.
Oh, wow. Look
From
at
the
this.
timbers to
Frankie,
the
we're
nuts
still talking
and
up
bolts.
here, and this is just amazing artifact. That,
So this is one
Joe
of the
Pinson has.
original bolts that held the timbers of the covered bridge together. It was
Wow.
handmade from iron dug from the mountains here in Carter County. And we have it preserved in the archive. You can come and check it out. It weighs quite a bit. I'd say, well, about 10 pounds or so.
Oh, good grief. There you go.
That dude's heavy. That dude is heavy. I'll hand it back to you. You're younger than I am.
But this is a great example of the kind of stuff that we want to preserve for future generations so they can come and actually feel a piece of their history preserved in their community.
Right. Cool. Hey, Frankie. Well, we're continuing to chat up here, and I just wanted to check in with you and see how things are going down there. And we have some special guests that you're going to be joining, that's going to be joining you, correct?
I do have a special guest, Kent.
There she
Hi,
is.
everyone. All right, today, I wasn't sure if we'd get her, but we do have Courtney Bean, director of our Main Street organization, here with us. Y'all, she has been very busy all day today, along with all the volunteers that spend a lot of hours to help make this happen. So we're really happy she was scooting by on a golf cart, and she's here to say a few things. And we want to welcome Courtney Bean. Hey, Courtney.
Hi, Frankie. Thanks for having me. We came down just for you.
I love it.
Yeah, we have a spare moment. There's still a lot happening, but I had a spare moment. Yeah. Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about what it takes to put this on and all the help and 90 years. Let's talk about that.
90 years. Yeah, we started planning the Christmas parade in August. We typically put out registration a little bit after Labor Day, and so it's really fun because people look forward to this really all year, and they start calling in August. We have Veronica, our Elizabethton Chamber Director, off camera, and she gets a lot of calls. I get a lot of calls. No one knows who to call, but they call everybody, and we love it that they're so excited. So, so we start meeting with a lot of different people with the city, like our police department, our streets department, because we have to have a safe parade and event. So we talk about road closures and the way that floats need to come in and where we want to direct people. And so a lot of what we do with Main Street is really on the participation float registration side. And so it's been really fun to add this live element this year.
You know what, I was just thinking that. This is the first year we're doing this, and the coffee company, Eden Workspaces, and then Main Street, we're working together on this. So it's a blast. And look at us here on the street, getting this done, seeing all of our community out to enjoy the parade. Well, thank you for all that you do. Please tell all the volunteers thank you. Thank you, Veronica, for making this awesome parade happen.
Yeah, well, and I just want to say, so we have 95 floats. I don't know if y'all have already shared that, but we have 95 floats, and we had volunteers get here at 3 o'clock to help check all the... So the floats have been coming in, and we have volunteers everywhere. The bands, all the roads are starting to get closed for the side streets, and the bands are coming in, and it's really good. So lots of activity, and Santa will be here before we know it.
I love it. Thanks so much, Courtney. All right, thanks, guys. Back upstairs. It's back to you.
All right. Well, thank you, Courtney, and I really appreciate Courtney joining us. Frankie, you're going to be having some more guests. Oh, wonderful! We've got Bill Carter coming to visit with us. He's the mayor of Elizabethton, and so I've been digging up some old photos of Elizabethton, and I wanted you here because you and I are always finding things to talk about. But there's one very important thing. Tell me again, your grandfather was quite instrumental when the rayon plants came to town. Tell me a little bit about what was your grandfather's name?
His Crawford Alexander. His full name was Edwin Crawford Alexander Sr. But he was a businessman here in town. He was the president of First National Bank and had several different business interests and things of that nature. And he was involved with the Chamber of Commerce, and he and I think J.R. Ring was another gentleman. They went to New York City to meet with the German people of the Pembroke Corporation, and they talked them into coming to Elizabeth.
That is amazing. That is amazing. Now, the rayon plants came in the 20s, and they have been shut down for quite some time. And actually, North American. So it was originally, tell us what the original name was. It was originally Bimberg and
Glanstoff.
Glanstoff.
Yeah.
And then in the 40s, it was changed to North American, is that correct?
Well, I think so. It was taken by the government during the war
Right.
because it was German owned and so forth.
Right.
I've been told many stories about that. My father-in-law always said, if they want to tear the old Bimberg building down, which is still standing, they better bring their lunch because the floors are 4 feet thick in that thing.
Right.
And somebody had told me too that they had reinforced the walls in case of an attack or whatever for like 6 foot thick walls in the old
Copy that.
Bimberg building.
Cool. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll, I want to ask Joe Pence a question real quick.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to Mayor Bill Carter in just a few minutes, but I want to follow up with what Mr. Alexander here was saying. Now, at the library, tell me what special piece of history is in there from North American. You can sitting up on the wall, the whistle.
Oh yes. Now the whistle is currently on display at the courthouse. It's been
They moved it on me, sorry.
on loan over at the courthouse. It's
Okay.
getting a little bit, I think, more viewership there. But we do have a shadow box with some of the yarn and some of the precursor materials. We have rayon plant equipment like scales and photospectrometers. So we have a plethora of different artifacts and process manuals and things. But I think probably the thing that people don't realize about rayon is this was the first man-made fiber.
Wow.
Prior to rayon, you had to have agricultural output to create textiles. But once rayon came in, you could produce textiles 24/7 if you knew how much precursor materials you had, you knew exactly how much fabric you could produce, and you could do it year-round regardless if you had a good crop or a bad crop. It didn't matter. So this revolutionized the textile industry.
Wow. That is fantastic. It's really amazing what you can dig through in the Elizabethton archives at the library. And there's plenty of photos. And actually, there's a very, very lovely 16-millimeter film, too. We'll get back to that in a minute, though. But let's cut to Frankie. I believe she is with Mr. Bill Carter downstairs. Am I right, Frankie? Ah, there we are.
Hi guys, I'm back.
He's zipping
and
up.
Yes, I am here. I am here with our city mayor, Mayor Bill Carter, and we are super excited to have him here. We also have a lot of councilmen and women walking the streets here, getting ready to enjoy the parade. But Mayor Bill Carter, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here and celebrate this special time of year.
Isn't that the truth? It's a special time, and 90 years is a lot. And you've been a part of this parade for many years as well.
I have. Actually, my first Christmas was in 2010 when I first went on the council, and I have made every one of them, so I've been fortunate.
That's wonderful. Well, we're excited to have you here tonight. So tell me a little bit about the fire truck that you all come in on, if that's going to be here again this year, and candy. I feel like I saw Councilman Frazier, with some candy walking around too today.
Yes, candy floats here galore. I know when we originally started years ago, I'm a native Elizabethtonian, and they used to throw it out by the hands full. Of course, safety issues have come on the scene. We no longer can do that. But the old fire truck, don't quote me on this, but I did know it, but I can't. It seemed like it's a 1939 model, somewhere around there. And it was the first fire truck that actually Elizabethton had, and it's one of those crank jobs that you got to crank it to start it. Still runs. We have Steve Dunlap, who used to be a fireman, is now retired. He was the main person that took care of it and maintained it, and he has taught Barry Carey, our fire chief, everything that he knew. So Barry's the man that keeps it running. But it's interesting. Most of the time, it makes the whole route without any watch it blow up tonight. But anyway, don't jinx it. But the fire truck is it's the oldest unit, I'm sure, that we have.
It's wonderful, and it's always a pleasure to see it in this parade, so that's fabulous. So good. So tell me a little bit about your family. What is your favorite family Christmas tradition?
Well, since our kids have grown up and left the nest, so to speak, on Christmas Day, we actually have ended up being on the road. I have a son that lives at Myrtle Beach, and we'll be going down there Christmas Day. But the tradition is just sort of slow down, enjoy the year, send out Christmas cards. Just try to kick into a different gear, good gear, and try to not get locked up in the I got to do this, I got to do that. I always refer to Christmas, especially this time of year. It's sort of like hide and seek, ready or not. Here we come, or here I come. So it's very enjoyable, and the main thing is the reason for the season of Christ being born, and that's an issue or a situation where you really don't want to forget, but the Santa Claus and all that. But it's a reason for the seasons.
That's so beautiful and so well put, too. It's about family. It's about community. It's about being grateful for what we have and how we can join together and have the freedoms that we have to praise Lord, too. So I love it. So thank you so much for sharing. Thanks for being here, Mayor Bill Carter. Back to you guys upstairs.
Thank you so much, Frankie. We're back up here at Eden Workspaces, getting ready to enjoy this marvelous parade coming up. There are how many different floats?
Should I say, what, 95?
90-some floats.
95.
That's stunning.
Number of counties in the state of Tennessee.
Oh, well, now that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
So coming up, we're going to have another guest, Chris-Ann Watts-Tull, and she's going to be. And so, oh my goodness, I'm excited to hear who her other guest is. But anyway, while we're getting started, tell me a little bit about the monument and when it was built. I'm actually trying to get a lot of these icons of Elizabeth. And tell me about the.
Joe's probably better on that
Well,
than I am. He knows more of the history.
You weren't around in
No,
1912?
I was not around in 1912.
I wasn't either. That's okay. Joe, tell us a little about the Veterans Monument.
Absolutely. So the monument was constructed in 1912 and dedicated in 1913. It was constructed from rock that was dug from the Doe River, reportedly by the newspapers at the time. It was watched, the construction, by veterans of both sides of the Civil War, who were too aged to help in its construction, but watched it being constructed, eagerly awaiting its dedication to all veterans of all wars. People don't realize in 1911, there was an act of Congress that recognized Confederate veterans as equal U.S. veterans for the purposes of receiving pensions and benefits. And so this paved the way for monuments to honor their service as well.
That is stunning. Wow. Well, right here's another shot of the monument. Do you remember some of these images, Joe? Those are from you'd have been a little
Those
boy.
in the no, that was before I was even born. Those were from the 40s, I
Do you remember
believe.
seeing this shot? There's always that
I've
honor roll.
seen these
Tell me
shots.
about the honor roll.
So the honor roll was constructed during World War II.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was to let people know of all the different people serving from Carter County. We also, we have many here, spinnerets published all of the names of the service members throughout the war, all of the killed in action, so that the whole community would know which families were grieving and to come together as a community to help those families.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what. We're gonna jump back to Frankie. She's actually got a special guest. Frankie, would you like to introduce your guest that has joined you? And then we'll probably get back to some spinneret history here as well. So.
Treat here. We have two amazing ladies that have a big mark in our community here in Elizabethton. I have Miss Ann Watts, and then I have Chris-Ann Tull. Welcome, ladies. We're so excited to have you here. So these women started and continue now running and the director of our awesome Watts Dance Studio here in town, which those girls and young men will be coming down this street soon to dance for the holiday season. So welcome, ladies.
Thanks for having us. We're excited to be here. Thank you.
I love it. So what's really amazing about this is these ladies have an old soul and a new story. It's something that has been going on for years here in Elizabethton with the Watts Dance Studio and them being involved in this parade. So can we hear a little bit about your mom, Ann, here, and when she first danced? Because we have a spinneret here.
What started you out, Mom? Well, I lived a block from Elizabethton High School, and the band would practice in the field. And Mr. Kelly was the director, and I was always tumbling all over the place. And they had a ball game, like a semi-professional ball game, and he asked me if I would perform with the band. And 7 years later, I started my dance studio.
Oh my goodness, that's incredible. So I heard some statistics. When was the first time you were in the Christmas parade here? I've got this too.
1947. 1947.
So 78 years ago. Isn't that incredible? I love it. I don't know if Tony can get a close-up of this spinneret. They actually have an original that they brought in with them today, which is really incredible. Yeah, 78 years ago.
And then in 1983, she started the Showcase Dancers, and that this will be their 42nd parade. So there's nothing better. Showcase loves to perform for the community. Every time we open the McDonald's, we're here every year. We are so proud to serve this community and our sweet town that we love so much.
Well, we love it too. We love to watch you dance. So I have a question. It seems like every year you have new choreography. There's a new Christmas song. So how do you plan and when do you get started in preparing for this Christmas parade?
They started the Christmas parade the week before Halloween. So they get going then, and then they're always excited when they know when I start working on some stuff. They're like, is this the parade? Is this the parade? I'm like, yes, this is parade. And there we play Christmas music right before Halloween. Yeah.
It's what we do to get ready. We live in a town that's like a Hallmark movie, so we know what it's like to get the lights up, get everyone excited for the holiday season. Very good. And are the girls and your dancers, the young men, excited about dancing today?
They are. They get excited every year. This is one of their favorite events that they do. It's all the excitement and yes, it's all new choreography every year. It's all perfect. All over.
Well, and I can tell you that we love, as guests and people watching, that we love seeing them come through because it's always something new and fun, and they're having a good time. Their smiles show it, which says a lot about what you all have done to build a really amazing program.
It's the easiest job ever. Kids are always happy, always ready to work hard, and we've got an amazing group of dancers.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. I do have one more question before you all leave. I'm sorry, what?
It's my 48th parade. 78th parade.
78th parade. And we love it. We can celebrate that for sure. Okay, one more question for you ladies. What is your favorite family Christmas tradition? What do you love about the holidays when you're with your family gathering together?
I would say Cookie Day. We have a Cookie Day where we all get together and make cookies.
And I love it. And Miss Watts, what is your favorite cookie? What do you like to bake?
Sugar. Sugar.
Right. I love it too.
My other favorite thing would always be the Christmas Eve service at church. I love that too.
Yeah. That's our church. See, everything you can do a lot in this amazing town. We've got places to worship, places to eat, places to enjoy a beverage.
Places for perfect coffee.
See, there we go. Thank you, Chris Ann. We love it. Well, thank you all so much for being here and coming to chat with me. You all have a wonderful time at the parade. We can't wait to watch the dancers come through. Thank you so much. Have a Merry Christmas. Back to you guys.
All right, Frankie, thank you so much. And get yourself a nice little sip of some warm coffee there. I think you know where to find it there from so we are going to chat a little bit more about those spinnerets, which actually, it's funnily enough, I actually have another copy of the same one that I found. But Joe, you have a number of spinnerets here. Tell us a little bit about the spinnerets. They were a magazine or a subscription?
Well, they started as a plant newsletter. And if you look back in the early 20s and the late 20s, early 30s, they read much like a corporate newsletter.
Right.
And they took on a whole new significance during World War II.
Right.
All of a sudden, as Joe said, the plants were nationalized. They were taken over by the government. And so they began to promote a lot more of community. So you had community histories, church histories, a lot of family photos, new babies being born, marriages and engagements being announced. And every December during the early 50s, they always had a Christmas-themed cover. So here you could see Santa.
Oh boy, yes, I've seen that one.
The December 1950 spinneret.
Wow.
And of course, there's a great picture in here of many of the children enjoying Santa at one of the schools.
Holy mackerel.
And so each December they would have these Christmas
Oh.
issues. And I think one of the things that the Spinnerets created was this treasure trove of family photos with captions. So often people come in with old family
Sure.
photo albums and they have no clue who these old relatives are.
Oh, my.
And if they had someone who worked at the plants, a lot of times we can go to the Spinnerets and find those same photos reproduced but with captions.
Oh, my. Another reason to visit the public library here
Absolutely.
in Elizabethton. You can find all sorts of treasures. Actually, my father, I've got piles of these things at the house, and there's always individuals trading these things. It's just amazing how many people have fun trading with these and making sure they've got a complete set.
Oh yeah, it's one of the things there. At the library we had them on microfilm.
Oh.
And so the microfilm was great for the information,
Right.
the text, but not so great for the images. And
Yes.
so that's why I like to collect as many of the physical issues as I can to get high resolution scans of the photos and images as best I can to preserve those and make those more accessible to people. The other thing I do love about the Spinnerets is that they are very timely. So
Right.
in many of the quips and anecdotes, there's language of the day, there's little colloquialisms of that day.
Oh, my.
So it really
Yes.
does transport you when you read them in the 40s and the 50s. You know, I notice high school students in particular, they're amazed by some of the language and
Right.
how, and what does that mean? What does that phrase mean?
Elizabethton is full of history, and it's just exciting to be here in the 21st century. And because, Joe, we all know that it used to be called the City of Power.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the Watauga, what was it, the Watauga?
Power Company.
Power Company.
Power Company.
They brought the first hydroelectric power here. Is that correct?
I think so, from the Horseshoe Dam,
Right,
which
the
is now
Horseshoe.
called Wilbur,
That's
but
right.
but most people, especially you talk to
Right.
people
All right.
up there, it's the Horseshoe.
Our-
You don't make them mad, That's,
We don't want to make Charles Laporte mad.
no, we don't make anybody mad.
I had forgotten that it was called the Horseshoe until we were chatting the other day prepping for the show with Charles Laporte. Let's jump forward just a little bit. Now, when you were in business, you were on the 600 block.
Yes, sir.
Your building was part of the phone company? Tell me about,
Yes,
about
sir.
your building.
The building was built, for what I figured, in the early teens, somewhere in that vicinity. And the upstairs of the building was the phone company.
Wow.
And where the operators were. And I'd had a chair, gave it to Joe, that was a chair that belonged to one of the operators
It's in the
there, the
archives,
last
yeah.
operator there. And a good story that I heard, that a couple of the old operators told me, was that during World War II, there were pilots in training at, I guess, McGee Tyson.
City of Power we have up there, yeah.
McGee Tyson in Knoxville. And these ladies would get on the phone at night. They didn't have anything to do, so they got in contact with these guys who were pilots in training at
Right.
McGee Tyson. And they told them one day, said, we're going to fly over Elizabethton tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. And there was a catwalk behind the building. They said, you all go out on the catwalk and watch us fly over. So at 10 o'clock, all the ladies that were on duty, they went out on the catwalk to watch, and here came a B-17 over Elizabethton
my.
at rooftop level. They probably thought we were being raided at the time.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to go to Frankie here in just
Yeah.
a minute, and when we come back, I want to talk with both of you about how the town started on the east side of the Doe and the charter and how it slowly started migrating west. Now, we're on the 400 block. This is the newest of the blocks. So it will be interesting to talk about that in just a little bit. Frankie, are you by chance available at the moment? I believe you have another guest for us.
I do have another guest. Hey guys, it's Frankie here. I'm back, and I'm back with a very special guest. I have Kyler Birchfield here with the Jericho Oriental Band. And you guys, this is his first ever interview. So this is a big deal for Elizabethton, a big deal for our region, because Kyler's been here for many years now, and he has an incredible story, an incredible family story about what they do here with the Shriners and his dancing and all of the fun that happens here during this parade. Kyler, welcome.
Welcome. It's very glad to meet you. I'm glad to be here.
Oh, we're so happy to have you here. So tell me a little bit about your dad and how it started and how now you have this big honor. I think it's an honor, and I know a lot of people love seeing you here in the parade. But what has it been like, the journey with your family and you now taking on this tradition?
Okay, it actually started in the early 50s with Melville Kelly as a string band, and then it evolved to what we have today and into an Oriental band. And for the first 2 years, this Oriental band operated in 73 and 74 was out of Curbella Temple in Knoxville. So it was called Curbella Temple Elizabethton Oriental Band. And it evolved into what we have now, and Jericho Temple was founded in 1976. So the Oriental Band got out of Curbella and into Jericho. And the Oriental Band is basically, we raise money for crippled and burned children. We have 19 hospitals. 3 of them are burn centers, and all the money we raise is for crippled and burned children, and it's all free care.
Oh, that's incredible. Well, thank you for what you all do, the Jericho Oriental Band and our Shriners here. That's amazing. So, okay, so we know your dad danced for many years. About how many years did your dad dance with this band?
He danced from 1974 until about 2014.
And then you took over from there, correct?
I took over, and I've actually done it together with him 3 times for a couple years from 2012 to 2014, and he let me have it from 2014 on. So
very good. I love it. Well, you know what's funny is I remember when it was both you and your dad, and it was great because y'all were able to cover a lot of bases. And I'm telling you, these ladies love it when they're coming up and down the street and visiting with everyone and dancing and all the fun that happens when you hit the streets because people love it. So I do have a question. I noticed you have a gem or something in your belly button.
yes.
How does that stay in? Like what are you doing with that?
It's actually a glue called Spirit of Gum. And you glue it on, and I have to hold this thing in for about 45 minutes like this. And it's actually come flying out before, so, but if you hold it for about 45 minutes, it stays in. It's called Spirit Gum Glue.
Oh my goodness, I love it. Well, it adds to everything. It adds to it. Do you have any dance moves or anything you can show us here?
I've got a little bit.
All right, let's see a little something. I know we don't have much space. There we go. He's working the crowd. See, guys, we're so happy to do this live this year. So you get to see, you get to hear from our guests. It's just a blast. Well, Kyler, I have one more question for you before you take off, is what is your favorite family holiday tradition?
My favorite family holiday tradition is going over to my grandmother's house and her cooking and opening presents and just getting to spend some time with her. She's almost 95 years old, and she will be here tonight, so that's my favorite memory.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing. Thanks so much for being here, and thanks for being a part of this parade and continuing the amazing story of a dancer and our band here that you guys come and celebrate and have such a fun time. So we really appreciate it. Have a Merry Christmas and have fun tonight.
Christmas. Thank you all so much.
All right, Kent and Joe, it's back to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Frankie. And one thing I'd like to say that as the parade gets going, if you get a little cold, you might want to drop by the coffee company. They're serving hot drinks, hot chocolate, and wonderful things. They're right downstairs. I happen to be, along with these two fellas, at Eden Workspaces, and Frankie and I are sponsoring, along with Main Street Elizabethton, the parade this year, this YouTube stream. And we are just elated to be doing this. And I'd actually like to say that I did this with a good friend of mine about 4 years ago. And her name is Tammy Barnett, and she's the one who inspired me to do it. And I got asked to do it again, and I'd like to call out her daughter, Lauren, who's has a very special youngster named Milo that will be watching as well. But I just wanted to call them out and say that we're thinking of you, praying for you, and hope you're doing well. And thank you so much for the inspiration. So let's go back to the way the town went west.
Yes.
So Elizabethton actually started on the eastern side of the Doe.
Yes.
When was the charter?
Well, now the original settling started in the 1760s.
Right.
And then you had some skirmishes with the Cherokee, and then they purchased their land in 1772. So by 1772, the Watauga settlement was firmly well established, and that was considered Old Town, and it was a trading post. That was the original area where different businesses, different people bring their wares to trade. And that's how the town grew from there, was that where the people from what was called the Watauga Old Fields would come and trade their furs, their different crops that they grew, and that center of commerce is where it grew out from. Now, the reason that eventually was abandoned was that it's a floodplain. It's not the best area to be built.
I think we learned about that
last year.
Yes, and then eventually that area became known as Cat Island.
Cat Island. We've all heard of Cat Island. Tell me.
That was in the big flood. Was it in
1901?
1901.
Right.
It flooded that area, and I think in one of the trees, a bunch of cats got up in one of the trees, and that's where the name Cat Island came from.
Right, there's a shot of the downtown. That's actually Elk Avenue in the 1900s, so that's a pretty cool shot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of these shots that we have. Actually, what we're going to do, just to remind everyone as you're watching this stream will actually be available on a Studio Eden YouTube channel. So if you miss it tonight, there's going to be ample opportunity to see it again. But let's go back to Lynn Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a little bit about what you're doing with all of the downtown Christmas decorations, please.
The tree and Merry Christmas sign on Lynn Mountain,
beautiful.
That's the most special thing to me. It's not Christmas until the lights go on the mountain.
And it is
I don't have anything to do with that. The electric system takes care of that right now. It started out as a project by the police department. I remember Henry Elliott, who worked for the police department, and some of the other people. They started in 1956 to light the crosses up there that had been placed in 1953 by the First Free Will Baptist, one of their young men's classes. And Joe had mentioned that they had some live crosses up there prior to that, where they'd stripped trees, and so it started in 38 or something like that.
There's been crosses on Lynn Mountain since 1939.
39.
Wow.
And
here's another shot of Lynn Mountain in the background there, looking past Carter County Bank, and at that point in time, it's First Union. Sorry, I interrupted.
No, gosh, no. But anyway, then it evolved more toward the electric system took it over, and they do a wonderful job with it. As a matter of fact, I was talking with Brandon Shell, the head man at the electric system. They went with all LED lights in it this year, and you can tell it really looks good. I'm just involved in the holiday lighting fund. We put up the pole decorations, some of the ground displays in town. That's been going on for many years.
Wow.
But this year we put all LED lights in those, and those are much more durable, and they should last a long time, and they don't break like the other incandescents did. So we've been doing that since 1998, but the business people downtown have been sponsoring years before that, though.
My goodness, that's some history. Go right ahead.
The original lights that they put downtown were called mercury vapor lights.
Oh my!
And they required quite a ballast to be able to sustain the pressure that they created. So they've been lighting up downtown for almost 100 years, and it is truly amazing to see these traditions continue when so many communities have really lost touch with their history.
Sure.
It's a beautiful, beautiful night.
Wow. It's amazing how many different eras. People enjoy talking about downtown Elizabeth. They enjoy talking about how things used to be. Oh, by the way, right now is a beautiful shot of the covered bridge. We were talking about it being called the $5 bridge earlier. Mm-hmm. And that is the earliest known photo of the bridge, as far as I'm aware of.
The $5 bridge.
The $5 bridge, and it was Dr. Hunter, is that right?
Yeah, E.E. Hunter.
E.E. Hunter.
People don't realize that covered bridges are so important in American history because they were covered to protect the bridge, not the people. Because a wooden bridge without a covering wouldn't last very long. But once we adopted steel and concrete bridges, they went the way of the bison. right? They became extinct, and so there's very few original covered bridges, about less than 600 around the country.
Wow.
That exist to speak of that bygone era, and I think it's in line with something you're involved with, the Bonnie Kate. How many of these 1920s movie palaces survive?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
We need these to tell this story of American history. Yes, it's local, but it also tells a much broader history that these were all over the place.
You know, we live in a very, very special place. There's plenty of history here, and we're going to dive into some more of it as the parade goes on, especially with some of the floats, and we'll talk about more community and things of that nature. But at the moment, Frankie is downstairs, lady on the scene, and I believe she has another interview for us. Frankie, are you available?
I'm ready, guys. All
To the
right.
street. Ah, there
Well,
she is.
I am so excited to be here again. Hello, guys. And it's awesome to be on this end, too, and overhearing you all talking about the history of our town and everything that's so important for us to know and chat about so that we don't forget it. So I love it, and I love talking about Lynn Mountain and that beautiful light display and everything that our lighting committee does to bring the holidays to this town. And let me tell you, the streets are filling. The spirit is here. We are very excited. We have just over 10 minutes before this parade gets started. And before we move locations and hit the streets here, I have Ashley Springer, who is the owner of Made on Elk, which is actually just within eyesight of me here this evening. She's going to chat a bit about Christmas magic for her and what it means also to live in Elizabethton and feel the spirit that we get to feel not only during the holidays, but really all year round.
I mean, yeah, it's all year round, which I know Frankie understands that. But I spend a lot of my life down here on the street. Our business owners live down here. But tonight's the night where, yeah, you can't get excited, and you have to get excited about it. And so, yeah, I mean, it's really cool. This is my second downtown parade. So I'm actually really excited that I've experienced it once, and now I'm like, oh, I get to experience that like every year now, which is so cool. So we're back downtown this year, which just makes it even feel so much more special. Yeah. And I love that my studio is right here. I get to enjoy all of this right here and really just like, I don't know, get to be a part of something that is very unique to down here. I mean, we are a Hallmark community, which is sweet, and like today's our day, right?
It is. I love it. Today is our day, and Ashley's had the opportunity to live really all over the country, and so she's experienced the holiday spirit in different places. And I will say for myself, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is something that I've watched, oh goodness, my whole life. I love it. You wake up Thanksgiving morning, and that's the first thing I would do was put that parade on. And maybe one day I would love to, bucket list, go and visit that parade. But I think that's a part of this fun about this live feed is how we can bring that energy not only to the folks that are here, but also to people that are at home that can't make it to this parade, or maybe they don't live here anymore and they want to check in on their hometown. So tell me a little bit about your experience elsewhere and why this is also so special.
I just want to say that, I mean, you know, I have got to experience the Macy's Day Parade in person. You've got to put it on your bucket list. But I'm not going to lie, the spirit it's better. It's better. It's better here. And there's no secret. Like, this is cool. This is our community. This is everyone lining up. They're all waiting. They're all getting, like, kind of nervous, anxious, but excited. And they're going to come down here and walk through our gorgeous downtown, and we get to enjoy it, and we just get to sit here and take it all in. Like, it's not better than that. It really doesn't get better than that. And so anyway, you can hold me to this. One year I will be making a float. I just don't know when, but I'm gonna get my art team together, and we're gonna go nuts one year.
I love it. You heard it here, folks. Ashley Made on Elk will be doing a float. I'm gonna hold you to it. We're gonna do it. It's going to be fabulous. Well, Ashley, thank you so much for being here. And I will say, y'all, it takes an army, a community to put this on. And not only that, the stage that we're standing on, everything. Ashley was a huge help and a huge blessing today to bring it all together, make sure that we could.
Really good team day, that's the spirit of this town, which is awesome.
I love it. Isn't that the truth? It's all about teamwork. It's all about community. And we love it. So this is great. All right, Kent and Joe's back up to you. This parade will be starting any time, and then we'll see the big man come down this road too.
Wonderful. Actually, I think we're getting ready to start the parade here in just a few minutes. I'm I'm actually not sure when it's supposed to start, but we will be getting... How much longer until it starts, Frankie? Trying to get... How many more minutes until the start? Are we on time? All right, 6 minutes. 6 minutes to the big show. Well, we're going to chat a little bit more about some history. Now, we left off. We were talking about the covered bridge, but there was another icon in town. It was the Linwood Hotel.
Yeah.
And there was a very special day. I know you weren't here. I wasn't either.
That's right.
It was called Hoover Day. It was October the 6th, 1928.
Yes.
And that was a big thing. Right there it is. Check out what our town used to look like. That is taken from roughly Pine Street. What is the new name of Pine Street? The
Armed Forces
Armed
Way.
Forces Drive. And you can look down the second and third blocks. It is absolutely stunning. And there was quite a turnout for that. Now, that is a really interesting shot. Do you remember where that? Not then.
Yeah.
I'm teasing you. On the left, that's the Bristol Bridge, is it not? I believe
That
it is.
may be.
Yeah. Do you know what the one on the right side is, Joe? You're the archivist. I think you know which one that is. It's all decked out.
The First National Bank,
Yeah.
isn't it?
That is correct. I understand, and that the both First National and Hamilton Bank both were succumbed to the market crash in '29. So after that, First National became Carter County, and then Hamilton Bank on the 600 block is now housed the original location from Citizens Bank, and so it's amazing what happened just a short year after this Hoover Day. It looks so plentiful and just celebratory, but it was not. Sadly, it was some bad times coming. Now that shot right there is the Linwood Hotel, and we had a very, very beautiful place there.
Yeah.
You know, tell us a little bit.
It was a beautiful hotel. I remember my father talking and saying that my grandmother, Lillian Gardner Alexander, oversaw the dining hall, and it was a beautiful hotel. But unfortunately, it fell in disrepair and was taken down during urban renewal. It was apparently in very, very bad shape. The floors were falling in and everything else. And of course, everybody looks back nostalgically now, and they talk about, well, if we just had the old Linwood Hotel here, or Governor Taylor Hotel as it was known at one time, that would be such a draw. But unfortunately, it just became a hazard and had to be torn down.
Yes, that is unfortunate. But you know what? I always say we can, like we're doing today, we're revering the past, live in the now, and focus on the future. And try to be progressive and make it better and have everything. You know, bring back some of the liveliness of Elizabethton, and it is very, very lively, especially tonight.
Oh, you can hear it down there. Yeah. And I think a great example of that is what you're doing here. You know, keeping the facade of this beautiful historic building, but adapting the architecture to a new use that can benefit the community and bring new business in. That's what it's all about.
All right. Well, we are getting ready to start the parade, I believe, in just a few minutes. Frankie, where are we regarding the parade starting? All right. Well, all right. Well, we'd like to wrap up this pre-show, but we're going to continue to talk more about some history in some communities, and we're going to slide right into the parade. Welcome to Elizabethton's Christmas Parade Live 2025. This is Ken Edens, and I am with Joe Penza and Joe Alexander, and we are here at Eden Workspaces above the Coffee Company, and we're getting ready to enjoy the Christmas Parade of 2025. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Glad to be here.
Yes. And we are really excited for the parade to begin. And we have our lovely Miss Frankie Bailey downstairs on the ground, and she's going to be doing a number of interviews at the parade, and also just giving us some commentary as the parade floats go by. And it's just going to be an exciting, exciting time. Are you ready to do this?
Yes, sir. Let's bring it on.
All right. This is us enjoying the parade.
Oh,
Here we go. All right. All right. They're lined up down there, and it is just absolutely beautiful.
Great night for it. It's
It
not
is.
too. I was afraid it was going to be cold like it is tomorrow, but it's
That
not,
is-
and that's
that is
great.
right.
Great weather.
We've lucked up with some moderate. It is a little chill,
Yeah.
but we've lucked up with some. It's not raining,
Yes, thank goodness.
or even worse, it's not snowing.
Exactly.
So, anyway, I think we're going to do a little tease here shortly. And if you haven't stopped by the coffee company to get yourself a nice cup of coffee or a little snack while you watch the parade, you can do that. Or you can enjoy it from everywhere. It's the entire 3 blocks all the way down to the monument. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So it's beginning at it begins at
Big John's. Big John's,
Okay.
yeah. Years ago, it started at the Cherokee Park,
Wow.
where the carnival grounds were. That's kind of at MacArthur, where it hits West Elk Avenue. My wife was a member of the Betsy Band,
Oh,
and she talked about marching from down there all the way to the monument.
goodness gracious.
And said that when they rounded the corner where Frankie is, where the
Right.
triangle is and so forth, that the crowds were so big they had to march shoulder to shoulder, just squeeze in just to get through, and said people would reach at your instruments and everything else and so forth. But she remembers that, and it was held on Thanksgiving night. Then they moved it to, I think, the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and now it's in December.
Wow, that was a little tight, it being
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. So you have to
Eat fast.
eat fast and then get to the parade.
That's right.
Wow. Well, we are enjoying Joe Penza and Joe Alexander, and we're talking about a lot of different aspects of Elizabethton's history of the past, and we are just gearing up for this wonderful parade. And I think we were mentioning earlier that it's about 95 participants.
95, yeah,
That's-
95 floats.
Wow. And they are from, we've got a rundown here. They're from all over the community.
Yeah.
Hunter, Hampton, Stony
Of course,
Creek.
I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the archives is housed in the Elizabethton Carter County Public Library.
Yes.
And we are the Grand Marshals this year.
That's right.
That's exciting.
We are so excited. We haven't been Grand Marshals for about a decade, and we're just excited to do it again. I mean, the Christmas parade, the Christmas season is all about joy and cheer. And we just want to spread the joy of reading and the joy of knowledge and information. We like to serve the community in as many ways as we can, whether it's distributing food and clothing or having fun activities for teens, children, and adults. The library is all about bringing joy and cheer and community to the people. So we're just ecstatic to be the Grand Marshals this year.
That is wonderful. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Yep.
All right. We are actually getting ready to begin the parade, and Frankie is on the ground amongst the crowds downstairs, and it's, as we said, it was 95 participants.
95 participants, yeah.
And-
I can't wait to see Kyler Birchfield come by.
From
What
the
I
area,
would like to
if-
see, what I would like to see is see him get that jewel out of his belly button after he's glued it
Yeah,
in.
that's some really tough.
Yeah.
Tough thing to
Yeah.
do. So
I'm glad it's not me.
The original one was Reese Simmerly. He was the next door neighbor to my wife
is,
up on
is,
Ferguson.
is that your beloved in the
That's
background?
my beloved. It snuck
Well-
in on us. Yeah.
Well, you can say hello to your beloved before we start the
Hello,
parade.
dog.
We are live from Eden, And we are very, very excited to have Joe Penza and Joe Alexander here to start off the parade. And Frankie, are you downstairs and ready to go?
Yes. Hey guys, so Tony and I have switched locations. We're now on the corner of Elk and Armed Forces here, right in the heart of downtown, right on these streets. And guys, it's amazing. There's people lined up on both sides. There's a lot of folks down here tonight. I mean, they're stretched all the way to the business front, so it is a full house. We're really excited. I'm actually surprised we haven't seen anyone start coming down this road yet, but it will be here just before we know it. And of course, I have a list of about those 95 participants, so we're going to have the best spot in the house for you all to see the floats, all the people that are participating in this amazing parade. So, you know what, we're just going to hang out, maybe chat with some folks, and just have some fun. And we'll see if Kyler's belly button jewel stays in. So hopefully the camera here can get a good close-up of that when he dances his way through town, which will be any minute now. And typically, kind of how it works is they're going to come around here on Elk. They're going to be coming down, and we're going to always start with the city police, which is amazing. They've worked very hard to prepare the roads and get everyone safe for this parade. I think they close the streets at 3. They put up the barricades so that all the guests could stay safe and the kids as well. We actually have some officers walking by right now just to make sure everything's ready to go. So the police will start the parade, and then we get into our Elizabethton Christmas banner, which is beautiful. That's recently been purchased from our Main Street organization, I would say over the last few years. So that's beautiful. That'll come through. And then, of course, we'll have the Elizabethton High School National Defense Cadet Corps. They're going to come through. And then we'll have our Grand Marshal, the library, come through, which I'm not sure if you all talked about this quite yet, but our awesome downtown Christmas shirts this year, it has a beautiful image of our library as well as Santa, and then the tree that's on that shirt is made out of books. So those are for sale on our Main Street Elizabethton website, so you can go there and check it out. And we also sell that shirts at our downtown holiday events as well. And I guess I do have to do a shout out. Next Saturday, a week from today, we'll be doing our holiday wrap up. So that's a great time for y'all to come downtown, shop, buy your last minute gifts, and that is going to be December 20th. And let's see what else we have here. Oh yes, after our Grand Marshal, our Parade Marshal, we'll see our City Councilmen. I don't believe Miss Deb Gooch will be able to make it tonight. We hope she's watching from home, and we hope you're starting to feel better. But they're going to come on through and hand out candy to all these kids and adults, because who doesn't love some candy? And then, of course, we'll have Sheriff Fraley as well from our Carter County offices, which they do a phenomenal job in keeping these roads and streets safe as well. And then, of course, you guys are going to see the Shriners, Watts. We've got all kinds of schools with their bands. They're going to come through, which we love that. It's just going to be a lot of fun. So once this thing gets started, they're going to be coming right on through, and it looks like we've begun. So actually, I see the police coming through now, and I see the banner. So we'll go ahead, bring it back up to you, and let them get close to this camera so everyone at home can enjoy the parade. Thanks so much. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Frankie. So we are here at Eden Workspaces, which is above the coffee company. And I am here with Joe Alexander and Joe Penza, and we are now watching the parade getting started. With the police have just come through, and here we go, guys. Here we go. It's so we are going west to east this year. And this is the first year that we've been back on Elk Avenue. We got kind of slid sideways, sadly, with the hurricane last year, in which we were on G Street. And I think everyone is excited to have it back on Elk Avenue. I know I am. And you can see the happy faces down there as well. Here we go. Who do we have here, Frankie, coming through? Oh my. So we are above the coffee company at Eden Workspaces, and we just got I think we've got a very nice vantage point. And
I believe that's the EHS ROTC.
it's the ROTC. All right. And here comes the Grand Marshal, it looks like. Joe, do you want to make a mention that, Mr. Penza?
Oh, we went with the Island of Misfit Toys this year from the Rudolph movie. So you can see the abominable snowman, the Yeti there, and all the inflatables.
Oh,
and we've got
my.
some of our library employees as well as some of their children on the float and grandchildren. And you could tell the kids love the library. They come every Tuesday and Wednesday morning for story time, and they all have a blast.
Ah. Well, there's our fire engine. What was the gentleman's name who used to be the fire chief? Was it Bounce Carter for years?
Bounce was an inspector.
Okay.
We've had Bill Carter, was not related to
Sure.
the mayor, I think, but Bill
Oh,
Carter.
look at this.
Mr. Yance was years ago the fire chief.
Look at this. This is the Grand Marshal coming through, and from the Elizabethton and Carter County Public Library.
Yes.
Which, incidentally, tell us where the library is located now.
Well, we are located in the old post office building on North Sycamore Street. And it was originally...
Bumbles Bounce. Sorry, I had to do that.
God, yeah.
Oh, man, this is exciting. This is so exciting to be back on Elk Avenue after the hurricane, and it is just, you can hear the excitement from here. And we have the Sheriff's Department coming through at the moment, and
Now, what year is that truck, Joe?
It's 20s. I'm not that good of an
21.
automotive person, but it's an old one.
We've got the title in the archives.
Okay.
you have the title in the archives, really?
We do.
Wow. You know, the Elizabethton and Carter County Archives is just an amazing repository for all these wonderful pieces of history. You definitely need to stop by, and look what Elizabethton can do. And you know, Joe Alexander, you're a part of the Main Street Elizabethton Horde, and I just want to commend you. I commend the city, and I commend Main Street for all the wonderful things that you do for our community.
Well, we have a lot of great people in Elizabethton, and it's like anything, it's a team job, and a lot of people do not get recognized that work behind the scenes, and we're just thrilled to be here.
Oh, let's listen.
The T.A. Duggar Band.
Wonderful. Sure, absolutely, Frankie. We have Frankie down on the ground, and she is, we can switch to her anytime as she'd like. So we've got beautiful, beautiful vantage points on the street and up and down Elk Avenue.
Hey guys, I'm here and we've got T.A. Duggar Band coming through, so you got to give them a listen.
Enjoying this live aspect of this. Frankie's down on the ground, and she is getting ready to, we're going to switch to her in a little bit, but we're watching all these different floats come through. Go ahead, Frankie.
Well, we've got support from Rocky Top Garage Doors, but I'm not sure if that's who won. Oh, that's lovely. They have a Polar Express today. This is perfect.
You know,
Full of kids and lots of lights.
you know, we
Hey, congratulations! Congratulations, guys!
Polar Express. You know, we actually screened that at the Bonnie Kate a couple of weeks ago, and everyone loved seeing the Polar Express at the Bonnie Kate, which I am very, very happy that the Bonnie Kate is back in action. I serve on the board, and it's just lovely to be able to screen movies there. And they're actually showing, they've got a production going on, the best Christmas pageant ever. But in the meantime, let's look back at the parade. Is that the Nightmare Before Christmas that I see? Oh,
that's definitely a night. It's our church here in town, the New Hope Fellowship.
Wonderful.
Merry Christmas,
Merry
guys!
Christmas.
I love it. I love it. Merry Christmas. This is perfect.
Oh, wow. And what do we have? Oh, my goodness. We have some dancers. Is this the Irish, Appalachian Irish dancers? Is that right?
I believe it is.
Yes, it looks like they are coming down the
Wow.
street.
That's Kimberly, right? That owns
Perfect. It is. It is Kimberly who owns it, and they have been all over on all different kinds of stages, not only here in town, but all over Northeast Tennessee. So they are definitely a joy and bring a lot of fun when they dance. So we're excited to have them dancing around, and their beautiful costuming as well.
Kimberly is a native of Hampton. She was actually one of my mother's students at Hampton High. And I'd like to shout out Hampton High School. They suffered quite a bit during the hurricane last year, but they are hopefully going to be back in their
On the
building
road
next
to
year.
recovery.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
right.
Yeah. What was the name of Hampton? Was it called Allentown? Do you recall?
Well, originally they were called Bramer.
Bramer, that's right.
Was Allentown, yes.
That is right.
And thankfully we still have the Bramer Castle, one of our great county icons, which was the Bramer Post Office, originally built as lodging for the Pittsburgh Lumber Company.
That is correct. Everyone knows that that rock building there. Yes, there it is, Appalachian Irish Dance Company. There we go. Wish Kimberly the best. She's just a sweet, sweet lady. And again, we want to thank Main Street Elizabethton for all they do in the city of Elizabethton. They're just wonderful at these events.
Oh, yeah. Well, like I say, again, you have a lot of good people involved, and Courtney does a great job coordinating things for
Thank
Main
you,
Street.
Courtney. She's out there working.
She's trying to get everybody coming down the street in the right order.
That's right. Frankie, how are you doing down there? Are you enjoying some lovely... Yeah, that's... We can hear you just fine. Yes, and we have... I'm not sure what this float is. The sign, what was it? The sign got past me.
I missed that.
We'll figure it out here in a minute. It's just this is the Little Doe Free Will Baptist Church. They're in the little that's above Hampton, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And of course we have church floats, business floats, and
That's
civic
correct.
organization floats.
Oh my!
And you can see the
Outland
creativity,
Motorworks.
all the hard work they put into these floats.
You know, I have some. Incidentally, on this broadcast is actually going to have. We're going to have an encore screening that you'll be able to access from my Studio Eden YouTube channel. So you better write that down. It's at Eden at Studio Eden 442. You'll be able to come back and watch that past tonight. And so if you. Of course, anyone that's here now is watching it, but if you hear about it and you want to watch it again, there will be plenty of time to catch it again. And here we have another float. You know, another thing that you'll be able to find on that channel is, believe it or not, my parents, they shot a lot of Super 8 or 8mm and Super 8 home movies, and we have countless rhododendron parades. What were some of the others that were in there? Especially, incidentally, while I'm thinking about it, I do want to shout out to Mary Treadway Trott, and she is the granddaughter of Alan Taylor, who was a very prominent figure in town. He had a drugstore. He had 2 drugstores, one on Elk Avenue and one on Sycamore. Joe, if we could hear over the motorcycles here, tell us a little bit about Alan Taylor, if you remember.
I just remember him growing up and being in town and so forth, but don't remember that much of him. But he was very active in civic affairs.
He was.
Well, I'll tell you what gets me the most is that he wasn't really an artist, but he was a futurist. He was a technologist. He loved cameras and gadgets and all the latest technology. And thanks to that love and that hobby and that interest, we have all of the films preserved that he took. And it's just a tremendous treasure trove of our history.
I was quite honored to have had the opportunity to work with Mary and preserve those images, early images of Elizabethton. And it crosses, there's a lot of bits from early downtown on Elk Avenue, and there's even some parades there. There's even the Hoover Day parade is there. So let's see who we have here. We have Admiral Propane, and I believe that Frankie is still on the ground talking with some individuals who may want to join us. Well, okay. Let's see if we can get Frankie to say a few words with the guest she has. Frankie, would you like? Okay. So we're here watching the parade from Elk Avenue and Armed Forces Drive. And in the background, you'll see, we're actually going to show an old archive picture of what used to be on that corner. Believe it or not, there was Black and White Cab Company was on there. Frankie, are you ready to go?
Hey everyone, I'm here with Jason Yance, and he's been a long time participant here at the parade, coming to enjoy it, as well as a part of a church here in town. So I just wanted to hear his thoughts about the parade and welcome him here tonight.
Yes, it's great to be tradition for so many years. I guess it's since I've been a little boy, Dad's always brought us to the same spot, to the same place. We've got to get to the parade, so it's been awesome. With Downtown Elizabethton, we love our parade. We love to see everybody come out. It's wonderful. We're having a great time. You're missing out. You're missing a great parade, too.
I love that, Jason. That's great. So you guys typically stand in this area for the parade?
As long as I can remember, Dad's always brought us right here to this same corner since we were small kids to watch the parade. So it's sort of like a family tradition. We bring all the grandbabies and the family and stand on the corner.
I love it. And then this year you have to deal with all this fun camera stuff and pictures and all the fun.
It's all fun and games. It's just a great time. We're just glad to support our town, support all the floats and all the good people of Elizabethton. We're thankful for everything.
Oh, that's amazing. Thanks so much, Jason. No problem. Well, before we let you go, what is your favorite family Christmas tradition?
I guess the family sitting around to a big dinner, just chit-chatting, talking about everything we've been through the year. And we lost Mom January the 30th of this year, so we're going to miss her this year. But it was always great just sitting around, and Mom and Dad would always give us a word of wisdom at our Christmas dinner. So we're going to miss that this year, but that's my favorite thing, is to be with family and just sit around and enjoy one another. And the greatest of all things, Jesus said, love one another. So that's the main thing, courtesy to one another, be kind to one another, and just love each other. We ain't promised tomorrow, so enjoy your family and friends this season, and have a great time with those that's around you that you can love.
Amen to that. Thank you so much, Jason. Thanks for being brave enough to be here and have some fun and say a few words.
Love it. Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Good. Well, Merry Christmas. Enjoy the parade. All right, guys, we got a band coming up here, too. Who is this? I've missed it. Oh, they're doing great, though, guys. They have lights on their instruments. They're doing it up. And that's what this Christmas parade is all about. Having fun, letting things sparkle and shine.
It is. Frankie, do you think you might be able to have someone from your lovely coffee company bring you a cup of coffee? Because you're open until 7 during the parade, right?
I know. We are open until 7. I'm not even sure what time it is now.
Well,
probably, what, 6:20?
Who knows? But
hey,
but you know, we're
open a little bit longer.
We're having a blast, and I hope you are warm.
Yes, I am warm. You know what? Actually, I will love to talk about the weather because you three gentlemen are upstairs.
Yeah, we won't rub that in too much.
I know you won't rub it in, but I will say I'm enjoying it out here. The weather couldn't be better. I know we're going to have some major temperature drops into tomorrow and then Sunday night, but it couldn't be more perfect here for our Elizabethton Christmas Parade. So the weather's great. We'll see what happens next year, but we're going to just be grateful and thankful for what we have tonight.
Amen. So
all right, guys. Well, we'll go ahead. I'm going to get out of the way so you all can see this parade.
All right. Well, you just keep me posted if you find any other willing participants to join us. It's lovely to have you on the ground. And actually, I wish I could be there, but I'm having so much fun here with Joe and Joe. We're talking about history of Elizabethton, and we're watching these floats come through, and we
love the history. It's wonderful. So you guys are doing a phenomenal job up there, and we're going to keep celebrating what's happening on the streets.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Who do we have coming here?
Oh my! It's a precarious spot on
that
top
of quite an interesting scene.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you, some of these individuals are quite brave.
Maybe some angels are holding her up there. I hope.
Isn't it absolutely wonderful to see how many people have come out for this? So, I think Courtney told me that there's like 3,000 to 4,000 people that come to this thing every year.
I'd say so. Yeah, it's a good turnout. It's a good turnout.
Joe, Joe Penza, you're not from the area, but you've kind of adopted us, and we've adopted you, and I'm so thankful for you to be here and to be able to talk to us about a lot of the history. I'm quite a novice. My father was J. Frank Hedens was a county historian for a while, and a dear friend of mine was Frank Merritt, and he wrote a number of books on Carter County. But I am just so thrilled that you are here, and you're so knowledgeable of Elizabethton's history in Carter County as well.
Well, you know, it's been about 14 years I've been at the library. It's been phenomenal. I do enjoy working with the community so much, and being an archivist, getting to document the amazing people, businesses, churches, and organizations in this community, it really gives me a really great insight into the traditions and history.
That's wonderful. Wonderful. Wow, we have, now those are some warrior colors.
That's the Happy Valley Band. Yeah, Happy Valley Warriors.
Happy Valley Warriors. All right.
They had a great football season this year.
Did they?
I made it to the state semifinals.
I've been working on this Eden Workspaces, which you're seeing on there. I haven't been focused on the.
You haven't had time to look up.
I haven't had time, but I know my brother pays attention to it because he's over at WBEJ.
Yeah.
You know, matter of fact, I think he's broadcasting a game tonight too. So someone's playing tonight.
Yeah.
Well, Joe, you can speak to just how many amazing musicians and athletes have come out of Elizabethton over the years.
It's just unbelievable. I'm just thinking of one of my contemporaries, Rick Simmerly, who's played with. He's a trombonist, tremendous trombonist. Played with several big bands and things of that nature. Stanton, Justin Stanton,
right.
Another tremendous musician. It's with Snarky Puppy, I think, that group. So and they're a Grammy-winning group. So there's a lot of really good
So we could be
musicians.
seeing some of the next Grammy winners here in some of these high school bands.
That's right. And we've had, speaking of sports, people go on. Jason Witten, probably the one that's at the pinnacle.
Yeah. Now, how about Paul Anderson?
The weightlifter.
And
world champion weightlifter, yeah.
By the way, I'm just noticing that we have the Shriners coming through. Frankie, have you noticed that?
The big show here.
That's right.
Hold on, I'm
Sure.
chit-chatting with folks.
Well, that's fine. It's lovely for Frankie to be down there on the ground chit-chatting with individuals, but we're up here
I
watching the Shriners van come through. So it's I think we're going to get a dance.
I hear them right
I hear
now.
'em.
You can hear that Jericho
they're
band.
coming.
Oh
right.
boy, there she is.
Oh, hey guys. Okay, so the Jericho Oriental Band is coming down the street, which is great. So that means you folks that haven't seen Kyler in action, you'll be able to check him out. Oh, yes, he's bebopping around, goes from side to side, having a great time. And I don't know if he mentioned in his interview, but his father is actually one of the horn players on the float. So his dad, for those that have seen his dad dance, you can actually check out the band on the float, and then you might be able to see him. One
There
of
he
the
is.
original dancers right here tonight. Yeah.
Frankie, we just cut.
Here he goes.
We just cut from you to Kyler, and he's making his moves down the street
He's got the bills in
with a
his
sword.
in his
He'll
pocket
be
there.
he'll be coming your way momentarily, and followed up by the band. This is great.
Oh, what a great tradition. People talk about the belly dancer going back generations. And it's such a unique, great tradition.
And a wonderful organization.
Oh, yeah.
I know, Abby and I had a whole conversation about you and her.
Here he is.
Here he comes.
My friend Kenny Carter's a past potentate, I think.
He's
of
always having a good
Jericho, and
time.
He's always mentioned he's on the board at the hospital, and he said, there's one thing they don't have.
There he is. That's the spirit gum holding up.
One thing they don't have in those hospitals is a cash
Oh, he's
register.
having a ball.
Oh, that's free
He's
for the
having
children.
a ball.
Wonderful.
Kyler, he's back.
It's there he.
All right,
He's
Frank.
got some money in those drawers too.
Oh man, and his father is on that float there, I understand. So thank you for all the many years that you've been doing this. Wow. So fun. Well, we're continuing this coverage of the parade, and we are so appreciative of Main Street Elizabethton, and they just do a lovely job with all of these events. Mentioned this before, and Joe, pass along the compliments to everyone on the
Thank
board
you.
that,
We appreciate
arranges
that.
these things.
We
It's not
appreciate
just
that.
the Christmas parade; it's a
No.
lot of other.
Oh yeah, they have the big event they have is the 5K race,
The 5K
the
race.
Firefly 5K, and
Right.
that's one of our big money raisers and so forth. And everybody seems to enjoy it. It's a nice flat course,
Right.
and seems to go real well.
Wonderful. And actually, tell us about what happens next year in 2026. What's the anniversary?
So this will be the 250th anniversary of the founding of our country. And I'm sorry.
State of Tennessee,
State
yes.
of Tennessee. Well, no, now.
Okay, let's.
Also, no.
This is really cool. Go for it.
Well, also in 2026 will be the 100th anniversary of the beginning of the building of the plants.
Right.
They broke ground in 26.
Right.
And it's also the 100th anniversary of Rotary.
Elizabethton Rotary
Right.
Club, yeah.
And I believe it's Tennessee's 250th.
And Tennessee.
1796 is that?
1796. All right.
So
We're going to be. I can't do my math at the
No,
moment.
that's- we're
but I-
a little
but I know we're
less
gonna
than
be-
250.
But we're going to be celebrating next year. And what happens in 2027? We got another gala. Actually, it's the Bonnie Kate.
Oh yes, yes.
The Bonnie
Yes.
Kate, which is a resurrection.
Yes, sir.
Restoration, I should say. They open again. Or they are open again, and there'll be a lot of celebrations next
Yeah.
year at the Bonnie Kate.
unfortunately, we used to have 4 theaters
That
in
is
Elizabethton.
correct. There were 4 theaters.
The Grand, the Capitol,
Capitol,
and the Ritz
and the
Theater,
Ritz.
and the Bonnie Kate.
That's right. Now the first theater was the Grand.
I think so.
That's
yeah.
right. Yep. Frankie, check out those lovely crosses. those iconic crosses. Those are on Renfro Cliff, Renfro Knob.
Renfro Knob.
So there's two mountains.
Yeah, there's the crosses on Lynn Mountain and the crosses over there.
And we'll have some lovely shots of the Renfro in our archives. We've got plenty of these little shots.
Oh, yeah.
So we're just enjoying more Christmas floats coming through.
Festivities.
That's right. And Frankie's down on the ground, and she's just enjoying all these different floats coming through.
Yeah, we talked about, we did 4th of July parades in the past.
That is correct.
Thanksgiving parades, Christmas parades, the Hoover Parade.
Yeah.
And also we also had a parade with Country Music Week.
Yes, Frankie.
That's right.
All right, guys. So as we have a bit of a break in the parade, I do want to mention that we're on Armed Forces Drive. And in this community, veterans matter big. And so as you can see here, right here to my right, we have the Veterans War Memorial. That's really amazing for everyone in our county here. And then we also have our Veterans Walk Honor Wall, which is really beautiful. So for those of you that have veterans that are here that lived in this community or this county, please come by and really enjoy this. We've had a lot of amazing servicemen and women come from this county and serve our country. So it's really special also to be on this corner to honor that.
Well, I'm very glad that you are with us down on the ground there. We're just having some a lovely little break here in the parade.
I see that. Yes, we do.
And so on that corner, I think I mentioned earlier, it used to be black and white cab, and there was actually a gas station on that corner too. It looks much nicer.
Yes, they've cleaned it up, and it's a special tribute to the veterans.
Amen.
And that's we need.
And then on the opposite corner, across the street, are all those wonderful names of all those Carter County and Elizabethton individuals that have served.
Yes. Yes.
It's a beautiful.
It's a beautiful honor to the veterans.
Yeah.
I remember on that corner used to be the corner market.
The corner market.
It had a little walk-up window that you go to, kind of like Salmon's up the street used to have a walk-up window.
We'll pop up a little image of that. Maybe not. We don't want to cut away from the parade too much, but what we'll do is on the encore performance of this, which you'll be able to watch on Studio Eden YouTube channel, you'll be able to screen this again as many times as you like. So if you didn't make it to the parade tonight, that's okay. If you needed to stay in out of the cold, that's okay. You'll be able to experience it at a later date. And
well, there's Doe River Gorge, our premier camp here in Carter County, along with Tapawingo and many others. And originally in the 70s, Joe, you remember it was Hillbilly World.
Hillbilly World. Started out as Hillbilly World.
Yeah, it was McLeod and Mills.
Yeah,
that is right. My next door neighbor was Joe McLeod.
Oh, okay.
And his son John is still well active in the community, and I always enjoyed going to the Doe River Gorge and Hillbilly World. Who do we have here?
Is that the Cloudland Band? I can't tell, but the colors look like Cloudland.
Beautiful.
Might be Hampton.
Oh, it's Hampton. Ah, well, see, nothing keeps the Hampton down. They survived that flood, and they are absolutely on target with beautiful, beautiful sounding band.
Know that during the football season, Happy Valley was so gracious they allowed the Hampton players to use their field.
Wow.
And that was
nice.
really good,
And,
good gesture.
Yeah, and then they have been they've been housed at Keenberg.
Yes.
My dad used to teach at Keenberg. He taught grammar, and I do my best to make sure that I don't fumble any of the English language, because my dad would shoot me if I did. But Hampton is currently at Keenberg. And they are due back in their facilities next season, I believe.
Yeah,
Let's hope. Let's hope. So who do we have here? It's very festive. The choral department.
Lisbon High School.
Milligan University.
Originally Buffalo Christian School.
Really?
Yes.
I think I have a few.
Josephus Hopwood founded it.
Hopwood of Hopwood Christian Church Association. Okay. See, when you have an archivist, a historian like Joe Pensa, it makes Joe Alexander and I look good. We're Joe and I are always swapping stories and remembrances of things.
Now, Joe, speaking of Milligan, you knew Dr. Durthick, didn't you?
I knew the name. I did not know him. I know the name.
Now, he was a tremendous figure.
Yes.
From Milligan and worked a lot with the high school students.
Yeah.
And the story goes his spectacles had to be designed in such a way to hold his eyelids up because they drooped so much. And I heard that from the optometrist's son himself.
Oh my, look at this one. Right.
And of course, we appreciate all our volunteer fire department.
Fire department. I know they've been busy with the fire over at the landfill.
Oh my goodness.
All these
fire departments. We keep them in our prayers for sure.
So Frankie, the bright lights coming your way is the Watauga Fire Department, and I believe you'll see the Grinch on top coming there. But we're one block ahead of you, so we're watching. We're looking into the future of what you're about to see coming down the block.
Now, 10 years ago, when the library was the Grand Marshal last time, I got to skateboard in the parade as the Grinch, and that will always be one of the greatest honors of my life.
Well, that's wonderful. You wouldn't. There's nothing Grinchy about you.
Do you still skateboard?
I do.
Oh, you tough man.
Right. Well, maybe we'll get you before the evening's out. Maybe we can have you skate down Elk Avenue.
That's right.
You can be your own float. Frankie, how are you doing down there?
So I'm doing good down here. We're just letting these floats come on by and doing a lot of waving and saying Merry Christmas. That's for sure.
All right. Well, we're up here watching these lovely floats. Still plenty of time left with the parade, and the coffee company is Frankie's lovely business downtown is one of the sponsors of the parade this year, and I'm very honored to be co-hosting with Frankie. She's just a lovely lady, and she's just having a blast. This is the first time she's done this, is it not?
Yes, it is. And if you don't mind, Ken, I'll get in this perfect position so that you all can see me and hear me.
There she is, looking quite
guys.
festive.
I know it is quite festive, especially when you have the beautiful lights coming by with all the awesome floats, all the big smiles, of course, too. And look, we've got some roller skaters now, which is pretty fun.
I think Joe Pence is going to come down and join them on a skateboard, you know?
Oh, there we go. That's true. Joe's pretty good on that skateboard. That's awesome. Come on down, Joe. This is great. No, it's truly been an honor to be part of this. What a joy. The pre-show was a lot of fun, and now to be on the streets and seeing all the smiles and all the fun that's being had has been really great. And I actually, in just a bit, I'll have another interview with someone. This is her very first parade. So we'll chit-chat with them in just a bit as well.
Wonderful. Well, you just continue the legend of the candy cane right behind you there. I don't know what that's.
There we are.
I didn't know there was a legend behind it. You learned something.
Stripes that are red like the bloodshed for me. Yes, white is for my Savior. That's lovely.
And behind you, you have the third place winner.
Oh, we do have our third place winner coming up. And this is quite the long float, too. So I'll get out of the way so you all can see this. Oh, it's beautiful, all lit up. This is from our Carter County Highway Department. This is fabulous. Awesome. What an amazing float. All the lights, all the presents. Thank you, guys. Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much for all of your service.
Thank you. All right. Yeah. And I even got some candy. That's what it's about. I love it. I tell you guys, both our governments, Elizabethton City and Carter County government, work really hard to take care of this community, keep us safe, make sure we have roads that work, things that function. There's a lot that goes into it. So it's really great to see both the city and the county being a part of this awesome parade and showing up big and creating some really amazing floats.
That is correct. And they are out there beating the streets well before we wake up in the morning, and they're well past after dark too, and they're going to be helping us take the when the parade is over. They've got to help us clean up. So they are very they're doing all that. So
yeah, and I guess I will do a shout out. Make sure you all pick up your trash, everything that's around you. We have waste bins and receptacles all throughout downtown. So be sure to take your trash and pick it up. We would all appreciate that.
Amen. Amen.
Fabulous. This is such a fun.
Oh, there's a beautiful chorus going on. Now
We just passed Sycamore Shoals Hospital, just went through with their float. And it sounds like we have some music coming up too, which is really great.
Yeah. Here we go. Frankie, you have Watts Dance Studio coming your way.
Oh, fabulous.
So it was such a lovely interview with Chris Ann and her mother. That was such a sweet.
Absolutely.
How many parades is this for her?
So it is Ann's 78th parade.
Wow.
So the legacy just continues with this family, which is really incredible. And really a great dance studio here in town that a lot of young men and women enjoy.
Well,
And that's Border View Christian Church that just came by in Elizabethton. And then I'll get out of the way so you all can see Watts Dance Studio.
Wow. That reminds me, I didn't do my calisthenics this morning. I guess I need to get back to. Actually, of course, Frankie's a runner, so she gets out there every morning. Now, don't say you don't do that every morning, but you're an inspiration as much as these youngsters are. Keeping the physical activity good. That's good. It's all part of the technique and all part of the
Sure is.
the art.
Taking care of our body.
That's right.
And here they come. Oh, another Polar Express song. We love it.
Again, the Polar Express reminds me of the screenings at the Bonnie Kate that we've had. We screened the Polar Express 3 times, actually, last week. And, oh, by the way, we're going to be screening The Wizard of Oz at the end of the year at the Bonnie Kate. We've got a new cinema system in that's lovely. And, by the way, if you're a little cold out there and you need to nip in out of the cold, you can actually swing into the Bonnie Kate right now. They're actually screening this on the screen. And we want to thank them ever so much.
And people have been raving about the renovations. What a tremendous job.
It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Absolutely. John Huber, Kathy Campbell, Jeff Treadway, Rachel McCann. Goodness gracious. I'm honored to have served on that. Well, Jeff Treadway is wonderful at all the things he does for the grants and things of that nature. And there's just...
I would mention there was a skateboard shop in the Bonnie Kate.
There was a skateboard shop. I did not know that. Really?
The Bonnie Kate has a lot of different businesses.
Yes,
over
it's
the
a lot of
That's
different
right.
clothing stores.
That's right.
And, to go back to previously, you said 78 years. To put that in perspective for people, 78 years ago, 1947 was a year before the first transistor radio.
Oh my.
A lot has changed in 78 years, but to have that remain the same, amazing.
That's true. I used to be fascinated. My grandmother was born in 1896. And actually, it's funny. There's a picture. There's one picture of the City of Power that my dad. It's quite a popular one, but there's a lady standing underneath the City of Power sign, and my dad told me that's my grandmother in that shot. Now, I'll just go with it. But to put it in context, my grandmother was born in 1896. And she died in 1989. So she saw electricity being used, telephone. Film, television, video. The only thing she didn't experience was the internet. So what a span of time, and it's very exciting that we are in the 21st century and 2025 getting ready to come to a close, but Elizabethton is very on the way north, and it's just so exciting to see all the new businesses coming into town. do you keep up with all the new businesses?
Some of them, you know, what reading in the paper and being downtown. I come downtown and walk and things of that nature and see the work being done, and it's exciting to see everything going on and to see the young people involved with their new businesses and things of that nature.
That's right.
Yeah, and Joe, 100 years ago, when the rayon plants were about to be built up, a lot of the improvements to town were done in response to the plants being formed. But I think it's the opposite now. I think we have a lot of businesses attracted in response to the improvements and the amazing culture we have here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Frankie, how are you doing down there?
Oh, I'm doing great, guys. Awesome. We have recovery soldiers coming through, celebrating the holiday, and of course recovery, which is huge. So we love that. So they're coming through. That's pretty awesome. The energy's big with this group. It always is.
Yeah, they're a very, very good, good group. Very, very nice. We got. There's always some lovely people grinning to the camera. That's nice. And hey, it's. I think we mentioned earlier that's one of the last counts we had was 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 observers of the parade, and from what I see, we're on target to have just as many this year.
And we have such a creative community that's so willing to come together, but we're so thankful for Main Street for doing these types of things to give them the outlet to be able to show their creativity, show their spirit, and a reason to come together for a wonderful event.
Yeah.
Joe Alexander, how long have you been with Main Street?
Well,
I tried not to tell your age.
Since its inception, actually, there was a previous iteration of Main Street back, I guess, in the 80s.
Right.
And it sort of died out due to people got burnt out and financial constraints and things of that nature, and it was restarted with a key operator in that is the city of Elizabethton. They have been so helpful with this. They actually, Courtney is actually an employee of the city, so the Main Street organization does not have to worry about paying her salary and benefits. And that makes a big deal. And that's kind of a novel idea with Main Street. And a lot of the towns that have been involved with Main Street look at Elizabethton as an example to follow.
Well, as I mentioned it before, you know, we were originally called the City of Power.
And progress was always one of the words in our motto. You know, that we were a forward-thinking city. And we actually are one of the smallest cities in Tennessee to have a city archive as well. Most archives are county level. And having a city archive really gives me a lot of leniency to collect within the community and go out to people's crawl spaces and attics and hunt down amazing bits of our history. A lot of county archives are really stuck with just municipal collections. There's so many of them. They don't have the space for a lot of those amazing community collections. So having a city archive, working with Main Street, having us all work under the city umbrella, it's a great model, and I think there are a lot of cities that would duplicate it if they could.
Yeah.
That's right. You know, it's also interesting to be, I came back to Elizabethton about 3 to 5 years ago. I was here for a brief amount of time during COVID. I was still working in for a home shopping network, but I'm back here, and I've begun a business upstairs above the coffee company. It's called Eden Workspaces. And one of the things that I was really yearning to do was to come home and take a shot at some business downtown. And I'm just absolutely elated with all the other lovely business owners. They are so supportive. They are always cheering one on. And I can't even, I'm just getting started, but there's just so much inspiration from well, people like Frankie. And, you know, it's also lovely to see these buildings come alive. So it's 1926, or when the as you were just mentioning, when
the plants were coming, it was the first paved roads, the first internal sewer lines, the first electrical lines. So many vast infrastructure improvements were made in the run up to the plants.
Yeah, my father, I remember hearing him on the radio one time. He's born in 1917.
Right.
And he talked about Main Street was a dirt road, just a dirt road. And Elk Avenue, he said, was paved in sort of a fashion, but it had big potholes in it. And said when it rained, they'd fill up with water and it'd be a real mess.
Yeah, there's a number of photos that we'll add into the encore performance. You know, you can see some of those, of the Elk Avenue and some of the other roads being built. It's quite fascinating how it.
And of course, some of those beautiful homes on South Riverside Drive built for the plant managers and their families. So yeah, amazing things that happened in the run-up to the formation of the rayon plants. But to see 100 years later, the same kind of excitement and energy about development and about where we head in the 21st century, and it's a great thing to see our community come together. And we've mentioned on multiple occasions that things were off last year because of Helene. And it's great to get back to normal, but it's great to also recognize that even in the face of all that adversity, we came together and we still had a parade. Yeah. And that really shows the fortitude of this community.
Amen. And speaking of fortitude, Frankie's downstairs.
Great segue.
She's keeping warm, and she's enjoying it from ground zero. And there she is. Are you staying warm, Frankie?
I am staying warm. I just keep moving here.
There you go. And I'm going to compliment just this little personal plug. I'm going to compliment your look in that hat.
Hey, I am so glad you brought that up, Kent. It is quite the hat, and it's quite the hat because this was Kent's mother's hat.
Yeah.
So it's extra special that Kent gave me this beautiful hat to enjoy during this parade. Hopefully more parades to come.
Amen.
And it's just fabulous. It's just a beautiful plum velvet hat. And if I remember correctly, the box said it came from Belk's, correct?
That's
Kent?
right.
Does that sound about right?
It was, yes.
Yeah.
And
so it's super special to wear that.
That's
And in
right.
fact, I'm wearing her brooch too.
Oh.
I have a snowflake brooch on this coat, which this coat's actually my grandmother's. So there's a lot of history and there's a lot of legacy here that I get to wear tonight, which is really special.
And that's what we have coming down the street, are all these wonderful communities with legacy and their pride.
Absolutely.
And
we have
it's just joyous.
WCQR here. Hey guys! This is fabulous. All kinds of fun, Kent. Can you still see me? I have
Of
to
course.
ask a question.
Of course.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't know when it stops.
Yes, cheery
I love it.
Cheery is all good. Now tell me, you said that you had another person to interview in a little bit. Is that right?
Oh, I do. I'm going to go ahead and grab them because now I've got Mama holding a very small little one.
Absolutely.
So,
Well, we can do that.
So let me get them.
And while she does that, we'll remember
just a minute.
that we are sponsored by Main Street Elizabethton and Eden Workspaces and the Coffee Company.
And the coffee.
And you can still jump in there and grab a cup of Joe. I have a couple of Joes here, and we're just having a blast.
Lots of Joes this evening.
That's right. And
Good.
It's wonderful, as I was saying earlier, to be part of downtown now with Eden Workspace. That's actually where we are at the moment, about the Coffee Company, and got a lot of different little offices here for people if you want to start your own business. It's where you begin, and that's where I'm beginning.
You got to start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere, and it's so anyway. And it's lovely to have Frankie below at the Coffee Company. It's just wonderful synergy. Frankie, you have someone.
Great. We all work together.
That's right, Frankie. You
Perfect.
have someone that you're going to interview, and I'd love to see.
do.
Come on down.
Yeah, I know, right? Come on down. Let me go grab them here, Kent, and I'll be right back.
Okay, all righty. Well, while we're waiting on her to grab this lovely soul, we're watching some more floats come down. And that's I don't remember which one that is. So in the right across the street is a beautiful old building. It's the Crip building. It's actually Women's now. I just always thought that was a very pretty building.
Art Deco work on it.
Art Deco. Yeah, that was the era when Elizabethton was built in that Art Deco era. So there's a lot of.
Yeah, and the Beaux Art style was still pretty prominent. classical Bible. So we have a lot of amazing architecture in Elizabethton, and we're hoping right now we're working on maintaining and preserving the Folsom House, which was damaged during the flood, but we're hoping to get all the grants we need to get it right back to its original luster.
Beautiful. That is great. Well, Frankie, I think is ready to chat with another individual. Frankie, are you?
I'm back, and I do have some very special individuals here. I have Joshua Yance. So Jason, we just spoke with his father. We talked a little bit about how he's been coming down for years with his family, and we have a brand new little. I'm going to have Sharon Rose, who's named after her grandmother. So we're really excited to have him here to be a part of this parade. And it, of course, is her very first Elizabethton Christmas Parade.
Well, she was 2 pounds when she was born, and she's up to 6, going on to 7, and really blessed. She is 10 weeks old, and she was born free, and we come down here every year with the family, so it's a real big blessing to be able to bring her this year. And I just like to keep God first with her growing up. As she gets older, make sure her focus is make sure that God's first. I'm really blessed to be here tonight.
She's all bundled up, guys, so it's just been fun to see all the family and all the ages here at the Christmas Parade. This is great. So what about your favorite Christmas tradition and what you maybe hope to create for your daughter?
My best Christmas tradition is probably waking up in the morning and heading for the presents and eating the food too, because we like to eat right before we do presents. So that's probably mine is the food.
Now, is this your only kiddo? You have more at home?
No, ma'am, this is my first.
That makes it even more special. I love it. Well, have a Merry Christmas, and you enjoy your very first parade, sweet girl. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yeah.
And here comes some more floats. Kent and Joe's. We've got the Village Antique and Home Decor Mall. They're fabulous. We also have a lot of antique stores and vintage stores in downtown. So if you love that, it's always a good place to find treasures. Things like this hat, like this brooch. That's where you need to go, it's just fabulous. Yeah.
And we actually have a number of other businesses. There's a lot of the buildings. There's 2 or 3 buildings that are under construction, and there's going to be some wonderful new businesses coming in 2026.
That's an exciting thing to see the new construction downtown.
So it
reminds us of what's come before as well, because when you're talking about those antique stores, you can find bottles from the Watauga Bottling Works that make good grape soda, or maybe some wrappers from the Dixie Chewing Gum Factory with Beechwood Chewing Gum. So we're just hoping to create some new Elizabethton brands with these new businesses and start new traditions.
That's right.
New Elizabethton brands coming in 2026, and so wow, it just keeps going. That's wonderful, and people are braving the chill.
Elements, that's right.
Let's hope no one gets sick. Who do we have here? I'm not so sure. I do know that Frankie is gearing up for another interview here in a few minutes. We can hear them outside. So we're watching pretty much from the 400 block, and but the parade goes all the way down past the 500 and 600 block, crosses the Doe, and loops around the monument, right?
Goes to the monument. I think that's where they disband, is at the monument.
So if you love a particular float and you're on the upper end, you can make your way down.
Run down
to the monument.
That's another 100-year, the Elk Avenue Bridge, 1926.
That's right. That's exactly right. And let's see, the cover bridge was 1882, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And the Broad Street Bridge, 1930.
1930, okay. And
which thankfully is reopened.
Yes, thank goodness.
Yes, we had a time for the last couple of years, not couple of years, just last year, with all the traffic was having to be detoured down Elk Avenue because the Broad Street Bridge was shut down. So anyway, I'm sure a lot of our business owners are happy about that. But at the same time, it's much easier for the traffic to get back down Broad Street.
Yeah. Oh, and protect the monument.
And protect the monument, yes. Well, we're here at Eden, upstairs above the coffee company. It's Ken Eden's here with Joe Alexander and Joe Pinsa, and we're just having a blast chit-chatting with Frankie down on the ground. And it's just joy to do this.
Oh, hearing the children scream and all the fun they're having down there. You know, memories are being made. You know, when they're adults, they'll be talking about this parade and the memories they made.
And Joe, what your children are on the library float, aren't they?
Yes.
So that'd be a big memory for them.
I'm hoping they enjoyed it.
All right. Well, we're going to switch back down to on the front lines with Frankie and enjoy some another interview. Oh, there she is. All right, Frankie.
Hey, Ken and Joe.
I know who that is.
I know. I'm here with a very special person.
Yes.
This is Patty Whitson, and Patty is not only on our board for our Main Street organization here, she's our merchant chair, so that means she takes care of all the really important meetings to keep our merchants and property owners connected in downtown. What's going on? What's the latest? I know we got our monthly meetings that are an absolute blast, and we love the honking horns, of course. Merry Christmas. But Patty actually carried in what you had the first place banner. Tell me about what you're doing tonight.
I carried my son and I, but he's not with me right now. But he had a blast. First place winner was Rocky Top Garage Doors. They were excited. They were Polar Express.
It was beautiful.
They had some smoke in front of the train, everything. It was great. It is a beautiful night.
I'm feeling a little flushed at the moment.
I know. The weather's great. The night's perfect. The crowd is phenomenal.
Wonderful to walk down the middle of town and see Merry Christmas up on the hill. That is beautiful.
That is so true. So what is your favorite part of this parade? What do you love about this parade?
I love the people. I just love seeing all the faces. People that I've never seen before, and just hollering and cheering and wishing them Merry Christmas.
I love it. That's perfect. It's always all about the people in this town.
Main Street.
Oh, sure. Patty, do you want to share a little bit about our Main Street organization and what you do as merchant chair?
Merchant chair. We meet every month, all the merchants. We get together at the coffee company. We go over what's going to be going on that month and what we need to prepare for.
We got a big toilet. We got a big loo coming by. For all your toilet needs, towels and plumbing.
Yeah, and we have to plan for this parade, and we have to let the merchants know what time is going on, what to do. I think we've got one more Christmas event downtown on the 20th. It'll be the holiday wrap. That's just giving everybody another chance to come downtown, get their presents that they don't have, and get ready for Christmas.
Awesome. And let me ask you one more question about Main Street. Have you seen an impact since we brought this organization and Miss Courtney Bean into our lives?
Yes. If you can't see it, you're blind. I can see it. And a lot of people tell me all the time, y'all doing a great job downtown. I can see it every day in every way.
And it's because of people like you. It's because of board members that show up and keep showing up and want to be involved. Yeah?
Couldn't do it without her.
I couldn't agree more. And of course, all these amazing community members. Everyone that's here, all the volunteers to make this happen. It takes a village to create a village, and that's exactly what Main Street Elizabethton is doing.
That is wonderful. Thank you so much, Patty. It's great to have some more perspective on Main Street.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here, Pat.
Welcome. Thank you. Merry Christmas, everyone.
I love it.
We are continuing this lovely parade. So,
earlier we had the Singing Creek Baptist Church float,
right?
And of course the oldest Baptist church in Tennessee.
Right. Yeah, we've had a number of churches. I did a documentary on First Christian with the Mary Treadway Trot, and I was fascinated to learn how all the churches in the area, well, specifically the Christian churches, kind of branched out, and I'm sure that's the case with all the other churches as well. But it was fascinating, the history.
Oh yeah, when you look at the history of different church denominations and how they developed in the area, but also the tradition of multi-denominational services, such as during Thanksgiving time they'd have a union service and a sunrise Easter service on Lynn Mountain that was a 4 different denomination church. They would have all the different denominations come together. So we do have a community spirit of coming together and worshiping together even across denominational lines.
It's times like this that I'm very glad that he decided to switch his major from biochemistry
That's
to
right.
the Archivist, you know. So we have some little remote control cars going through there. I used to have one of those. I had a lot of cool toys. So, by the way, speaking of toys, you know, this traditionally, the end of this parade, it's not over yet, but who is it that normally ends this parade? Is it
Santa Claus?
Santa Claus. So,
Santa Claus on the fire truck.
So all of you youngsters out there, you better watch out, because he'll be coming down the street.
He'll be good.
That's the guest of honor, yeah.
He knows
He's
his audience.
making a list.
That's right.
Now that is definitely not Santa.
That is definitely not Santa Claus. 4-H. There's actually a picture amongst our archives that you'll be able to see in the encore performance of 4-H. It's actually looking. So Big John's used to be Patey Lumber Company, and there's a neat shot. It's actually from the cover of a Spinnerette, which we were talking about earlier. It's a very, very neat shot looking back down Elk Avenue, looking west on Elk Avenue. And, you know, we've been talking a lot about Elk Avenue and downtown, but hey, you know, Elizabethton just
great
continues
community.
It's a great community.
Great community here.
And it's grown so much. And it just...
But before the plants came, it was like 2,500 people or something like that.
2,500 before the plants came. That was in 26.
Yeah. They expected it to grow to 50 to 100,000 people, which it didn't quite make it, but you have to look at the number of people that were employed by Bimberg and North American. Probably at its heyday, 4,000 to 5,000 people.
If it hadn't been for the Depression, who knows what kind of population boom there could have been.
That is true. That is true.
Which the archives are housed in the library in the old stamp and cash vault of the post office, which is one of the most secure areas of that building, because if you think about it, they had all their cash and stamps in there during the Depression.
Right, the library is in the old post office building, right?
Oh yeah.
Wow. And before that, the post office was just down the street.
That's right.
On the very end, next to Barnes Boring.
You got a new hotel going in there.
The Downtown Post. Is that right?
That'd be amazing.
That's wonderful. See, Elizabethton's just growing like crazy. And some new restaurants coming in, and goodness gracious, I hope there's what would happen if there was a fire? Well, they'd be ready to go. We'd have to clear the roads.
I've always wondered about that with the parade. All the fire trucks out.
Until now. But there's another thing that's in the communities. There's some wonderful volunteer fire departments, and you make sure you support them It's very, very vital to our community.
I believe I hear the Betsy Band playing.
Oh, hey, we have a band coming up, and more than likely it's the Betsy Band.
The award-winning
EHS coming down.
That's right,
the
state
street.
champion Betsy
Yes.
Band.
Wonderful. Sure, absolutely. We're gonna switch it to Frankie for just a few minutes, as she wants to welcome the Betsy Band coming down the street. There we go. There she is.
Hey guys! Of course, we all know the Betsy Band brings in Santa as he comes in on one of our Elizabethton fire trucks, one of our big, beautiful engines. So I believe we've got our Betsy dance team to welcome in the Betsy Band. And then, of course, the big man himself is coming through town. So it's perfect. It's a great way to end the parade. So what a joy to be here, be on the streets, be a part of this in a new way as we're writing news stories and sharing this live. So hopefully a lot of people are at home watching this, enjoying it. Those that couldn't make it tonight, it is perfect. Perfect night for this.
It is absolutely wonderful, Frankie. And
and a little bit about our Betsy Band too. Hey, Merry Christmas. They are state champs here, so it's a big deal. We're very proud of the Betsy Band here in our community.
It's now Christmas time.
It's always fun to see them come through town.
This is quite cinematic. This is, matter of fact, I'm thinking of some of those scenes from A Christmas Story. This could be A Christmas Story one day, you know. Joe Alexander can dust off his Red Ryder, and we'll just make our own little Christmas story. There's the man. There's the man. Everyone, you know it's Christmas time when the Elizabethton Parade comes through, and you get excited to see Santa on top of that fire truck. Oh, I recognize Miss Courtney, and there's Seth. Just beautiful images of the Betsy Band. They are a phenomenal band. And I happen to know a few individuals that are going to be part of the Betsy Band, one in particular, and I'm elated to come home and, I've actually been more on I haven't seen a lot of Betsy
Merry Christmas, Santa!
bands, but I'm very, very enjoying it so much. And right there is the big man going down the street. So, hi, Marissa.
That's awesome! You guys are awesome!
There's...
Yay! Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, one
Merry
and all.
Christmas!
What a
Great
fantastic
parade,
evening.
great parade.
Wow. Well, here we are, the Elizabethton Christmas Parade Live 2025. There's Frankie. Frankie, say a few words, please, and we'll close it out.
This has been so much fun. So much fun to do it with you, Kent, with the Joes as well. You know what? This is with everyone involved with this, the community. It has been so much fun. So I'm really looking forward to hopefully doing this again next year. I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas. Thanks for being a part of this, old soul news story with something new for our amazing community, Elizabethton, here in our awesome county of Carter County. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you, Frankie, very, very much. And Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to Frankie. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you and everyone watching.
Both of you.
So, I have absolutely enjoyed this event. And how about we do it again?
Might do it if you'll have me.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us at the Elizabethton Christmas Parade Live 2025. And it was brought to you by Main Street Elizabethton.
Yeah.
and Eden Workspaces, which is where we are here, and the Coffee Company. And we were just so honored to do this, and we're going to do it again. So thanks so much. Merry Christmas to all. You want to say in unison, Merry Christmas to everyone?
Absolutely.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
Good night.
Night.